For anyone out there that's into new tech, entertainment, and cars, the annual Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas is a pilgrimage that must be made. This January, CES showed us all the new products coming to shelves and parking lots for 2017, but also gave us a glimpse at the future of consumer technology. Let's not forget about those interesting marketing slogans. For those of you that weren't able to make the journey, let me take you on a tour. Let's start with virtual reality. We knew going into the event that everyone was hot and bothered by VR, but holy shit, it was all over the convention center. Almost every major company had VR or augmented reality displays. LG, Polaroid, Nikon, Chrysler, you name the booth and they had it. It was crazy to see in person. It was like being inside an episode of Black Mirror. Everyone was just kind of looking around like your dog trying to find the hat you forced it to wear for its birthday. People definitely seem to enjoy VR, but only time will tell whether it will be just for gaming or will be part of most consumer electronics arsenal. Augmented reality, on the other hand, seems here to stay. Sony had their Nolan AR motorcycle helmets featuring holographic and waveguide displays. The best part of CES was definitely the 4K TV battle between LG's OLED, Samsung's Quantum Dot, Sony's Bravia, and Panasonic's OLED. We won't go into too much detail here, so click up top to watch our in-depth video on the TVs and find out which one was our favorite, LG. Plus, LG brandished an impressive 4K TV tunnel that absolutely blew me away. I had to go back there 3 times before the event was over. Sony also showed off one of their new concepts, the Xperia Projector, which turns any surface into an Android touchscreen. It has dual microphones, stereo speakers, infrared sensors, NFC, Bluetooth, and a 13-megapixel camera. Sony also showed off their massive CLEDIS display that uses tiled LED displays. If you're rich as f***, you can get it in infinite sizes to fit your enormous third living room wall. Sony says the CLEDIS will be the future of TVs. Panasonic's brand new GH5 was on full display and it was amazing. We liked it so much that we pre-ordered it. This $2,000 camera shoots 4K at 422 10-bit and 1080p at 180 frames per second and does 6K photos. Click up top to watch our in-depth review on the GH5. Canon showed off some of their awesome new tech like Style Shoots, which is a fantastic lighting and shooting machine that is designed for invisible mannequin shots for clothing. They also had their scan-to-print 3D figurine machine in partnership with Solidify. The machine can scan and print anything, and they believe that these mini figurines are the future of preserving memories in addition to photos. It was insanely cool and creepy at the same time. There are also some other 3D printed objects, like cars. Yeah, full-size cars. Shit's nuts nowadays. For all of you aerial filmmakers, DJI was at CES to show off their drones, like the Phantom, Phantom 4 Pro, and new Inspire 2. They were surrounded by all of their competitors, plus a human-sized drone and some kick-ass Star Wars drones. If these are what consumers can purchase, can you imagine what the government has up in the sky? I think I just disproved decades of UFO sightings. Gopro is also there showing off their Karma, which has unfortunately been recalled. Geez, people name their products like babies in Hollywood. Robotics engineers and developers like Bosch basically showed us the workforce of the future, robots. They don't take breaks, they don't complain about their pay, they don't use Snapchat while on the clock, and they make better cappuccinos than most baristas, and they make cotton candy like a Bosch. So get that degree before a robot takes your job, and then your girl, and then raises your kids. But they still suck at drawing from scratch. Is that a face or a topographical map of New Mexico? Skynet will probably take a few more years to develop. LG had robots for your home so you never have to leave the couch. Intel showed off their vehicle-to-vehicle communication autonomous driving, which will lead to safer driving cars and cars eventually banding together to take over the humans. Until they run out of power, of course. Gibson's booth was rocking as they showed off their legendary guitars, including several Les Pauls that I couldn't resist. Polaroid got pretty weird with monkeys on bikes, tree houses, plus some guy that you could paint on. Headphones were everywhere. Klipsch, Sony, LG, Audio-Technica, plus meters had a pair with a built-in VU meter. One of the best parts of CES every year are the cars. The Faraday Future was obviously the most talked about car this year, as it tries to compete with Tesla, but we'll see if it lives up to the hype. Toyota revealed an interesting new car, the Concept I. Besides looking like a car from iRobot, that's just a good movie, this car is a glimpse at the possible future we'll see in car technology. With the help of artificial intelligence, the Concept I learns your habits and communicates with you as you go about your day-to-day life, and becomes more of a friend than a car by analyzing your emotions and talking to you. The rest of the cars were really great. We saw classics. Other concepts? A sick McLaren, and even a Ford GT. Mercedes-Benz showed us how they're bringing AI into their cars. Plus, Honda had a display of dads riding one-wheel chairs. I waited 8 minutes for that shot, by the way. Hopefully this video helps give you a glimpse into what went on at CES this year. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let us know what you liked and want to see more of from the event, and don't forget to subscribe.
What?